everybody, it's me, RunnerEye, and it's my birthday today. Thank you so much for making it to my birthday party where I yap at you for like 20 minutes about a niche interest of mine. So the end of season 18 is quickly approaching. Why is everybody cheering at that? And that means that a new All-Star season is right around the corner. However, we already know the cast for All-Stars 11, and so I thought, why not make a video theorizing the cast for All-Stars 12? But first up, we have some ground rules, everybody. Rule 1, I will be creating a cast for the All-Stars 10 and All-Stars 11 format, which is the bracket format. Number 2, I will be creating a realistic but optimistic cast for what All-Stars 12 could look like. And what I mean by this is it would be amazing to have a cast of like Peppermint, Asia O'Hara, Manila, Marina Summers, whoever it is. But realistically, we're not gonna get a cast like that. So I wanna make a cast which looks like they could literally announce it today and you'd be like, oh, that makes sense for like an All-Stars cast. The cast for the bracket format tend to be a little bit more like early and middle outs with like a few finalists thrown in there. And so we're gonna be keeping that casting formula for this, you know, potential All-Stars 12 cast. And then number 3 is fun, laughter, and love, everybody. You will probably disagree with this cast, and that is okay. There are so many possibilities of people who could be on this cast. You know, I felt like I was on X Factor, like sliding all the names around in the different brackets, trying to figure out like who would be the best where and like what queens would fit in the season and what queens wouldn't. So you might disagree, but that doesn't matter because, you know, disappointment is something that you're just gonna have to learn to live with, and this is an exercise in that. So now I will be announcing the Meet the Queens for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 12. Potentially, maybe. First up, we have bracket 1, and our very first queen to walk into the workroom is Corey King from season 17.
Yes, my green.
Corey King is such an obvious All-Stars pick at this point. She's crazy, she's fun, and I don't think that the judges really understood her humor on her original season. But I think with the success that she's had post-show with the cameos and like all that kind of stuff.
I'm not that girl. I want peace.
And also when she came back from the Lollapalooza and the judges like already liking her like so much more than they did on the season. I think now the judges just have a way better understanding of what Corey King is, what her humor is, and I think that they would appreciate her a lot more this time round. Next into the workroom, we have Corey King's season 17 sister, Susie Toot. I did this for the lesbians out there. You're welcome. Now, I debated putting Corey and Susie Toot in the same bracket together because Corey and Susie Toot are, you know, kind of like besties from the show and have like toured together. But I think not putting them in the same bracket would be such a missed opportunity. They only started to set up the dynamic between Susie Toot and Corey King in like the Lollapalooza episode of season 17. And I think it would be a missed opportunity if we never got to see that, you know, expanded upon. And so I put them in the same bracket. The idea of them strategizing together with the whole stars and the giving away of the stars would be really funny. I can imagine Corey messing with Susie, pretending she's gonna give her stars to somebody else. It would just be great TV. And then also just for Susie Toot, like on her own, she's a great character. She's, you know, really good at challenges. And she also has this Rob Queen status from season 17, and so I think that would be a storyline for her coming into All-Stars 12. So next up, we have Tempest du Jour from season 7. Now, Tempest is someone that the fans have wanted back for ages at this point, and she herself also wants to come back. She was asked about it in 2015, where she was asked by an interviewer if she would come back for All-Stars 2, and she said she would love to. And I just think that she would be a great fit in this bracket. I see her as kind of like a personality casting, like Nicole Paige Brooks on All-Stars 10, where she's fun, she's charismatic. I think she would be a great presence in the workroom. Do I expect her to dominate like all these challenges? No, I don't. But I would love to see a Tempest girl group verse because that would be absolutely amazing. And also, I don't think that we got to see the full extent of what Tempest had to show on Drag Race on season 7. And so to see her come back could be really fun, especially with like the acting challenges. So I'm putting her here in bracket 1. Next up, we have Derek Barry from season 8 and All-Stars 5. Hashtag Derek Barry for All-Stars 12. Oh my god, who did this? I did it, Derek. I was the Derek was absolutely wasted on All-Stars 5. She was the first out on All-Stars 5, despite the fact that she brought the most like entertainment to that season, and she was only in one episode. But we were robbed of seeing more of her, and so I'm bringing her back for All-Stars 12. Derek is just a hilarious like character for TV. Derek brings this beautiful kind of, you know, pettiness.
Hey Bob, if I want to do ratchet drag next week, can you give me any tips?
And I mean that in the best way possible. I think she makes every season that she's on like 10 times more interesting. Whether it's her feud with Bob or her feud with India Farah on All-Stars 5.
She spoke out against the show,
Yes,
which
she did.
I don't agree with.
She also quit drag at one point.
Which I do agree with.
Yeah.
So
I think she's just the perfect person to have on a season like this, specifically because of this format with the queens having to strategize about giving stars to one another. Because I think if Derek got swindled or played by someone else and someone didn't give their star to her, she like it would be so good. She would bring that grudge to the grave, and I just think it would make for amazing television. So she is a lock for All-Stars 12. So next up, we have someone who might be a little bit on the nose in terms of casting, but I've decided to cast them together anyway. We have Kimora Black from season 9. Kimora Black was the second eliminator eliminated in her season, and even in that short time, she managed to give us some great quotable moments from the show.
What's an adjective?
And since season 9, Kimora Black has gained a lot of popularity in the fandom for co-hosting the WoW Presents series Wait What on YouTube, a show where her and Derek Barry are basically quizzed and like general knowledge quizzes and stuff, and because they don't know a lot, it's really funny. And Kimora and Derek together are such a hilarious duo, with them having like this endearing quality from the fact that they don't know much.
So you say true.
True.
I still haven't asked a question.
Oh my god!
My god!
Like, just imagine Derek Barry trying to strategize with Kimora Black and then Kimora understanding none of it. And that leaves us with the final contestant for Bracket 1. We have Kenya Pleaser from Season 18. Kenya Pleaser is the 7th place finisher from Season 18, and she's just someone who I could see them bringing back for an All-Star season. She's charismatic, fun, and does great confessionals, and I could also see her having like a mini redemption arc where she only started to find her footing in Season 18 and then she was eliminated, and I think that she could actually find her footing on this season and do a lot better here than she did on Season 18.
It is not over. Honey, this is just the first taste.
So that is our first 6 queens on the cast in Bracket 1. Now moving on to Bracket 2. The first queen of Bracket 2 is Lux Noir London from Season 15. Now Lux is a somewhat polarizing character in the Drag Race fandom, with a lot of people liking her because of how well she did in the competition, and they saw her, you know, confidence as very kind of like, fierce, is that? But there was also a very vocal group of fans when her season was airing who said that she was too outwardly confident and too direct.
I kind of come off arrogant sometimes, but I think that's because I'm confident.
And all of those reasons there is why she's getting put on the cast. Lux is just someone who is incredibly good at Drag Race, and I think that she has the personality to create a lot of drama also, especially when you see the people who I've put her in the bracket with, which we'll get onto. I also see Lux having a good mind for the kind of stars and the strategizing part of the season, and I think that Lux will just overall play the game, and she's gonna play it hard as well as just being good at Drag Race in general. And that is someone who I want on my All-Star season, so she's going in there in Bracket 2. Next up, we have a more recent addition to the Drag Race universe. We have Briar Blush from Season 18. Briar, to me, was one of the standout stars of Season 18. She left way too early, despite the fact that she wasn't doing that well in the challenges, but she was so fun on her original season. She created so much drama in the few episodes that she was there. Briar is someone who I fully expect to team with Lux Noir London here, and I can definitely see them creating a kind of, you know, Regina George clique together. And Briar, like Lux, is someone who I think will play the game hard. We already saw in Season 18 where she wanted to kind of get under Athena's skin by messing with her.
She seems like the kind of girl that wants to throw the other girls off their game.
That's the perfect person to have on this All-Stars, you know, strategizing format season. Because with this Bracket 2, I am kind of trying to emulate the Bracket 2 of All-Stars 10, where it was a little bit more villainous. And again, Briar is someone who I think will be okay with scheming and kind of being a little bit more villainous, and so she's in here. And next up, we have one of the people who you immediately think of when I say villains of modern Drag Race. We have the Season 16 villain herself, Plain Jane. Plain Jane is someone who I see being the Mistress Isabel Brooks of this bracket. I think she'll be the fire starter, the one driving the chaos, and the person who's okay with getting under other people's skin.
You're a girl from the cast that I have not connected with, look-wise.
And just like Mistress, I think Plain will want to kind of lean into that villainous role for the camera to make good television. And there is one person specifically on this bracket who I can see her having the most crazy beef with, which we'll get to in a second. But overall, Plain Jane is just going to be a villainous, fun character to have on the season. Again, she's also really good at challenges in Drag Race. But I just see Plain stoking the flames and having a, you know, a heated rivalry with this next person. The next person we have in this bracket is a queen who I love. My favorite queen from the entire show, but it's someone who will be the gasoline to Plain Jane's fire. It is the Season 5 star and Miss Gay America 2010 winner, Coco Montrese. Just for Coco herself, she is one of the funniest people that we've ever had on the show. She has so many iconic moments from Season 5. Even on All-Stars 2, she was only there for an episode, and she has really memorable moments on that episode. She's just built for television. Her and Alyssa are like the best casting choices that Drag Race has ever made. Now, despite being someone who you could see as a villain on her original season,
You, Alyssa.
I see Coco being the antidote to villainy here. I think she's going to be the hero of the bracket. She's going to be the person leading the charge against Plain Jane, Lux Noir London, and Briar Blush. She will be the person that Plain Jane targets and makes fun of 24/7. I think Coco will not be having any of it. Plain Jane has already spoken in interviews about Coco Montrese, saying that she's AI and not real because of the way that she posts on her Instagram.
Is Coco Montrese here? She's become AI now. She's not a real person anymore.
So the feud is basically already started. Any season with Coco Montrese, she's going to give you amazing TV, and I think a rivalry between her her and plain Jane would be perfect. Next up, we have what I think will be a little bit of a controversial casting decision, but the fifth person I'm putting on this bracket is Kahana Montrese from season 11 and All Stars 8. Again, I think a lot of people might assume that Kahana Montrese won't be asked back specifically because she tried to quit All Stars 8, but so did half of the cast that season, so I feel like they're not going to hold it against her specifically. Because they brought Candy back for the villain's roast, so I feel like those relationships aren't fully severed. Kahana Montrese got a lot of screen time on All Stars 8, and she's also just a queen that I could see them randomly bringing back. And then to address the elephant in the room, she is the drag daughter of Coco Montrese, and the two are very close.
Being a Montrese, I'm gonna have all the girls gagged.
So I think they would also give them like a mother-daughter storyline, and also they would obviously be in alliance against the kind of villainous three. And then for the final person on this bracket, we have the person who will be narrating all the chaos, craziness, and drama. We have Maddie Morphosis from season 14. Maddie Morphosis is someone who people really want back on All Stars, specifically because of her online talk show that she has outside of Drag Race, which people find really funny. And rumor has it that she was almost on All Stars 10. I think that she would be the perfect audience surrogate. She also has connections with basically every single person on this cast, having had them on her show. So I also think that that would give her an interesting kind of dynamic with everybody because she's kind of friends with everyone. And she would just be the perfect, no pun intended, straight man to all the other crazy characters around her. So that is bracket 2. Finally on to bracket 3. First up, we have Mirage from season 16. Mirage is a fan favorite despite only being on a couple episodes. She had a really emotional early exit, and she gained a lot of success outside of the show with her going viral on TikTok with the song that she did for her talent show. And she is just someone who the fans really love and would want to see back on an All-Star season. So she's such a kind of easy person to put in here. She's going in bracket 3. Next up, we have her fellow season 16 sister, Megami. Megami is prime All-Stars material. She was someone who wasn't really appreciated that much by the fandom during her initial run, but then she came back for the Lollapalooza and absolutely smoked everybody. And from that moment onwards, I think a lot of people started to really take notice of Megami. And I think ever since, she's had that All-Star spot on lock. She's a great lyricist, she's a great seamstress, a great lip syncer, and so she's going in here in bracket 3. Next up, we have Jules Sparkles, the runner-up of season 17. Jules has said in an interview that she absolutely loves the new All-Stars format and that she would love to do an All-Star season if she was called.
Absolutely. I mean, I love this new format. If RuPaul calls, honey, I'll be there.
So she already has expressed interest in wanting to come back for All-Stars. She loves this format for All-Stars also, and she is a finalist from a very beloved season, and she's also very beloved herself. Next on the cast, we have someone who I questioned putting on this season, but I ultimately decided to do it. We have Jessica Wilde from season 2 and All-Stars 8. Jessica Wilde is a big fan favorite from Drag Race, and she's someone who returned for All-Stars 8, and she absolutely ate that season. We know that she was asked to do All-Stars 10, but she rejected it because she didn't understand the format. And now that she's seen the format on the All-Stars 10 and now All-Stars 11 seasons, she's going to have a better understanding. I don't think that that's going to be an issue for her anymore. But Jessica has said that she's very proud of her performance on All-Stars 8 and that she doesn't feel a need to come back to show anything else on the show. But she also said that it's absolutely possible that she might compete, she just doesn't know what season yet. And she's also representation for the old school seasons of Drag Race, which there isn't a lot of here. Clearly they want her back, so we're bringing her back. The fifth person we have in this bracket is season 18's Mia Starr. Mia Starr is someone who I thought would go all the way on season 18 along with Briar Blush because I am terrible at predicting Drag Race Final Fours, which is why I'm making a predicting video. But she's a great dancer, a great lip syncer. I could see them putting like a girl group, challenge in this bracket so that she could have a big standout episode. And she's just someone who I think they would want to bring back. And she's already talked about All-Stars in an interview where she said that if she came back, she would do Bloody Mary again for Snatch Game, which I'm just gonna put this out there right now. Mia, do not do that. But we can see that she's already thinking about it. She's thinking about what she would do if she came back for All-Stars. Those are the type of thoughts you have if you want to come back to the show. So she's going on bracket 3. And now finally, the person we have to finish off the cast, our final queen on the season, is the first eliminated of season 18. It is Didi Fuego. Again, some people might see this as a very left field pick, but I think that this is a realistic pick. If you look at All-Stars 11 and All-Stars 10, there are first outs who came back on the show. So Didi Fuego naturally fits into the casting patterns that they've been doing for All-Stars 10 and 11. And I think out of all the pork chops that we've had in the previous seasons, I think that she is someone who definitely can come back. So this is my predicted cast / optimistic take on what an All-Stars 12 cast could look like. Let me know who you think I missed in the comments, and let me know how you think the season would go. Who would make the merge? Who would win the season? I would be so interested to know what people think. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I have an Instagram and a TikTok. If you want to go follow me over there, please do. I also have a Patreon where there's an extended version of this very video where I go in depth about all the people who almost made it on the cast but who just missed the mark for me. So if my cast is missing someone who you really want to see back on the show, I probably talk about them over there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. And now it's time for me to transition very smoothly, like I do every week, into the Patreon shoutouts, where I give a special thank you to Bajillionaire Millionaire, Brianna Gonzalez, Brony RuPaul, Brighton McLean, Carlos, Celeste, Chaos Goblin, Chulo.jpg, Cool Gal Nan, Count Kekula, Crazy Oats, Deadpool, Debs, did you just say Wig? Dip, Edgar Allan Pup, L Shadow Construct, M, Emily Prot, Hakura Sakurai, He Him Sir, Help Me! Help, RuPaul locked me in a closet. Hendrick, Jabroni, Jack Hydrick, Jetta Like Jetta, Jimmy James Bradshaw, Joey, jperry.ika, Julie Huang, Cal, Kat, Kiera and Lid, Ken 10, Kilometers.mp3, Mr. Peralta, Nora, Oliver Allen, PRHX, Planet Daniel, Presley, Ripley Bot 9000, Sam/Paradox, Sarah and Dan, Sung Hwan, Seymour Hull, Sunshine, Sweet Baby Nathan, The Almighty Anginator, Tone, Vern Wisner, and Vico Pop. Thank you so much, every single one of the patrons. What a beautiful group of people, you know. I hope you have the most wonderful, beautiful day. I hope you are in great health. I hope you get stalked like I was in this gameplay here by the alien from Alien. And I hope that it's like a metaphor, and that like the good health is the alien and it's kind of hunting you down, and that, you know, good health and fortune is the alien, and you're kind of being self-sabotaging. You're kind of like, you're not letting the alien get to you. But sometimes what you need to do is like let the alien kill you. You know what I mean? Okay, let's wrap this. Guys, I hope life goes good. I hope it's going good for you, and I always do, and that's just something that is always gonna happen. Okay, goodbye.